on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, Ray.
Welcome to Straight Talk TV, the show that cares about you, where the information comes from the people to the people. And here's our host, Tony Brown.
Thank you, Steve. I always want to thank Steve for his gift to sharing his engineer qualities and gift with us. But today, people, before we get started, again, Straight Talk TV is the show that cares about you, where the information comes from you, the people, to the people. Before we get started with this wonderful program, please stand in your heart and in your mind for the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing till like heaven ring, ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us march on till victory
Yes, yes.
is won. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun, on a day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Let us march on till victory is won. Is won. Is won.
Go ahead. Yes, marching on to victory is won. Someone said it's a marathon. It's a marathon. We got to keep marching, people. And again, Straight Talk, we thank all of you, the viewers, allowing us in your home, on your iPads these days, on your cell phone. How have you pulling the social media Straight Talk in? We want to thank you. And all of you that send us the DMs asking for particular information and guests, we're doing our best to bring them to you. And you got a wonderful, powerful treat throughout the whole day. But we're going to start off with this young man. He's 14 years old, and he's going to bring us his gift through poetry. Come on, sir. And again, people, quote unquote, Black History Month, okay? But every day is our history. How you doing, Kamari?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh man, I'm like I said, I am too blessed to stress in serving the people because that's what we have to do. You got a gift.
Yes, I do.
Share a little bit about Kamari with our guest, and then go ahead and drop them lyrics on us. Yes, go ahead, sir.
So a little bit about me is I do a lot of sports. I'm a poet. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a
Mhm.
business called Simplistically Black,
Okay,
and
okay,
that's where
talk
I
to.
sell T-shirts and hoodies.
Okay, well, go ahead right now and tell everybody that email where they can get them t-shirts. Okay,
My email, so it's kamari r575@gmail.com.
gmail.com. Okay, and you said you're a poet. I like the part about entrepreneurs as well, but you're a poet. That's another gift. Share a little bit with our viewers. How you What inspired you to just share that gift of poetry?
So what kind of sparked the gift was during 2020, during COVID, when George Floyd and Breonna Taylor died. We were doing a poet. I was in third grade at this time, and we're doing a poetry like to kick the end of the year. Just for the end of the year, we're doing a poetry unit, and that's when I was like, "Oh, I want to write about me."
Yes.
And that's when I started my first poem called "I Am." And that poem, that's when I performed at the Capitol. I performed that poem at the Capitol Juneteenth. That's kind of what started it. That was my first ever poem. That's what started the poetry. And from there on, I just kept going and I kept getting bigger and performing at events. And I was making, at that time, I was making a lot of money. That's also what kept me going. The money.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We
But
appreciate it. Go ahead.
sharing my gift and letting Black kids like me know to love the skin that they're in, that's what really kept me going. And seeing all the people I was making happy, just seeing the smiles on people's face.
Oh my goodness, you're bringing a smile to our face right now, just hearing who you are. But before you get into your gift, someone helped you form this gift. Is she right there with you and want to share a few words?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. There we go. How you doing? Let the viewers
Hello.
know. Yep. Yes.
Good
Yes.
afternoon.
Yes. Share a little bit about this young man in your presence and his gift, and then we're gonna let him share his gift with us. Yes.
Yes, yeah, Kamari is a very special kid.
Yeah.
Um, his dad and I is amazed every day with him. He
Right.
surprises us every day. But yeah, during 2020, after George Floyd was murdered, and his classroom did a poetry activity, our unit, and he was pretty moved, just wanting to share with boys that look like him,
Mhm.
um, that he wanted them just to know that they're enough. And
Yeah.
he wanted to pour the message that he said that like his dad and I pour into him and his siblings and him into his brother, how much they're loved and how much their worth is everything. And so he wanted boys to know the same thing. And so he wrote poems, and his dad and I both also write poetry. His dad is a great lyricist, more than I am. um, and so we just supported him in that, and it blossomed. And we're just amazed to see the growth and to see all that he does. And so just seeing him grow and
Yes. Yes.
seeing the maturity of him. And we call him an old soul because
Yes.
he's always been mature and always had this like wisdom about him, and this spokenness about him. I don't think he yet has realized how much his words mean, and how much he influences um, people and his peers, with his leadership and just with his kindness and his heart. And so
We
I'm
appreciate.
really grateful.
Oh, it's a blessing. We appreciate. And somewhere it says that the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree. So
Thank you.
we appreciate you, right? Kamari, come on, God, bless us with your gift, sir. You want to do whichever ones you want to do. It's your space. Yes.
So this poem, as a lot of you know, it's Black History Month, and this poem I made this poem just a few days ago. This is for my coach, Miss Imani. She
Okay.
runs a nonprofit program called Youth, and she's taught me a lot throughout my life, not just playing basketball, also discipline, teaching me stuff off the court, and she's helped me with my business. She's helped me with a lot of stuff, and so I wanna repay my respects to her, and I made a poem for her.
All right. Appreciate that. Shout out to Miss Amani. Yes.
Miss Imani is more than just my coach. On the court, she teaches discipline, focus, and heart. She expects our best and somehow makes us believe we can give it. Through her program, Youth, she's building more than players. She's building confidence, leadership, and purpose. She's an entrepreneur, a mentor, and a steady example of strength.
Mm.
Even after all these years, her kindness still stands out the most. Because of her, I don't just play the game better, I carry myself better too. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. What else you got for us? Come on with it. This is beautiful. Yes. As they
Okay.
say in church, take your time.
You want another one?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Just give me 1 second. I gotta pull it up.
And I'm sure while your mom's putting it, I'm sure Miss Amani really appreciate the fact that you pay respect to her through your gift. And
Yeah.
the fact that, like you said, she's not just a coach, she's more than a coach to each and every one of you. Yes.
I'm about to read your very first one.
And
Oh,
this is my very first poem. I was talking about I am. This
okay.
is what sparked the gift and everything.
Okay.
I wrote this poem for all Black boys to love the skin that they're in and to know that they are enough. This
Mhm.
poem's called I Am. I am history. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am creative. I am human.
Mhm.
I am my ancestors.
Mhm.
My black is powerful. I am strong. I'm black boy magic. I am golden like the sunset on the Sahara Desert.
Mhm.
I am Kamari, a black boy in America. And just in case you don't know what black boy means or stands for, it stands for beautiful, loved, accomplished, creative, king, bright, original youngster. And then I wrote this poem. I wrote this poem when I was 8, and this was a response to what was going on during COVID in 2020. And this was just to inspire Black boys like me to love the skin that they're in, as well encourage them to know that they're enough.
Mm.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. We certainly appreciate it. Just sharing your gift with us.
Thank
Yes.
you for having me.
Oh, it'd be a blessing. It'd be a blessing. Whenever you got information, just let Straight Talk know. Mr. Tony, I got something I want to share with the viewers. That's and the engineer get the video over, I mean the link over to you and your mom, and we get you up. And then this is also an invitation to the other young people in your world. If y'all would like to do a show one day, just the young people sharing their gifts, you got a platform.
Thank you again.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Miss Sade, we thank you again.
Thank you. I
Pleasures
appreciate
to
it.
you and your husband, and we just appreciate what you're
Thank
doing.
you.
It's a reflection of it. It's a reflection of it.
Thank
Have
you.
a blessed day, and thank you again, okay?
You too.
Okay, be blessed. Keep sharing your gift.
I will.
All right. You just heard from a young man. He shared his gift with us. How powerful. And it's, people, our next guest that's coming on, she's been blessed with a gift too. She's an author, she's a midwife, and when she comes back, she's going to share a little bit about her new book, Mothering Mothers. I'll see you on the other side. Don't change that dial, as they used to say. Or don't push that button on that website, I mean, on that phone. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay. Wow, wow. We was just, if y'all just tuning in, we was just blessed with a young man, Kamari, shares his poetry with us. You can go to some of our websites, YouTube. You can also go to Facebook and you can catch that. And then he also dropped down. We're going to put in also an email because he's an entrepreneur too, as well. Okay. But joining us right now is a young lady. Wow. She has a gift that helps, I guess you would say, bring others, assist others, bringing them into the world. And it's a powerful gift. And she's also an author. Please welcome Miss Moore. I'm sorry. So, yeah, Miss Moore.
Yeah,
Moore.
Shafi Monroe.
Monsieur Moreau. Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Good to see you.
Oh, it's
Thanks for
good.
having me.
Oh, it's a blessing. And I shared this with somebody the other day. I said, it's good to be seen, not viewed. So I went
Right,
right now in that space that we're
right.
in. Right?
That's
Well, we
right.
appreciate it. Share a little bit about who you are, and then we're going to get into the book. So the people kind of get a feel of who they speak, who they're viewing.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, my name is Shafi Monroe. I'm a wife, a mother of seven, a grandmother. I've been a midwife, which is the person who has been trained to help women, families bring forth their babies into the world. I'm a home birth midwife, so I do
Okay.
deliveries at home in people's homes. I practice the legacy of the 20th century grand midwife who learned her trade from the enslaved African women that made women and families feel safe and valued and honored motherhood. I also train doulas. I live in Oregon, live in Portland. So I also train doulas here in Portland, about probably close to 3,000, 5,000 worldwide. And a
Mhm.
doula is a person who is not the midwife, but they provide support. So if you go into the hospital, maybe your husband, boyfriend, mom is not really sure how to help you, you can bring a trained professional who can understand the language and make sure you get the best care possible. And unfortunately, with the way that systemic racism has plagued the Black community, how it's hitting Black women and their babies, to have someone who can understand what your rights are has been shown to make a good example. So I train from a Black perspective and created the first Black doula training organization in the country in 2002. Been training doulas for 23 years now. And on top of that, since you mentioned, I am very proud. I
Yes, come
did
on with
want to
it.
take all this information that I had been doing for the last 40 years of being a midwife and put it in a book. Like my mama said, that if something's important, you better write it down. So our knowledge, our history, how we took care of ourselves, because it wasn't always like this, you all. We didn't always be losing our babies and having more women die. We had strong families, and it came from knowing our history.
Yeah.
That was eradicated in the early 50s when they eradicated the Black midwife with that knowledge and brought in white male dominance, particularly white European medical practices, which we use today in the United States. It's been a deficit. So this book, Mothering the Mother, African American postpartum traditions, recipe and healing, was forward by the grand singer Erica Badu, did the forward. It's all about what our history is. And it's an action book. It's not like, oh, what was me, how we're being treated. It's more about, yay, guess what? We got something going on that we can actually implement and take action back into our own hands using our historical data, evidence-based. This is a nonfiction book that has science behind it and history, and has been proven that the way we eat, the way we care of each other can make our mothers, our Black mothers, glow and thrive, and our little beautiful babies become our universal citizens.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, I'm excited. Recipes in here, like
Yes.
how do we eat?
Wow.
How do we keep the mother warm? The father's role, what he can do, how he's valued. It's just a beautiful, positive book. And it's right now, it's the rage. Everyone's getting it across the country. Actually, it's in UK, Bermuda. Some just text me out of France. Is it in French? Is it in French yet? No, it's not. Still English. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You have any questions for me?
Yes. Your gift. What inspired you to start? I mean, just step into that space, because that's a huge space to be in.
Right.
Yes.
Well, the book says, I have to give, as we say, the shoulders, thanking the shoulders thanking those whose shoulders we stand on, which of course is my family, my parents, my family makeup. And it says in the book that, I came from a time, I don't want to date myself, but I was fortunate,
Yeah.
coming during the civil rights movement where, Black power, take control of our neighborhood, do for self, Black Panther Party, Nation of Islam, all these amazing organizations was uplifting us that we don't really see anymore. I know we have the Black Lives Matter movement, but not like back then. It was amazing. And so that made me realize I had to take responsibility at 16 when I heard that Black babies in Roxbury, Mass, where I was born, were dying at a higher rate than white babies and any other babies. So I said, well, I want to figure this out and make a difference. So I learned about what the Black midwives did and decided I wanted to follow in their footsteps, be in my community and offer home birth, offer safe birth practices, empower families know what their rights are. If you have to go to the hospital, the right to, is that a doctor? Is that a student? Did they wash their hands? You're not happy, get another doctor. Just know that you're not a guinea pig. You have rights. You have rights. You're paying for this service. So we did that in Boston, moved to Oregon 33 years ago, and brought that same movement into this state. And so my gift is that I believe that we're all born with a purpose. We saw young Kamari, he was born, and we see his legacy. Both his parents are lyricists. So, we carry that DNA, that spiritual memory. So somewhere in my family are healers. And I was touched to be the one to pick the baton back up and bring it back out. And so, like I said, having trained 5,000 doulas, have led a national Black midwives movement that put Black midwifery back on the map with all the major organizations where Black midwives are not allowed to have tenure. Our students being put out of school, being stressed out, created a national movement through a nonprofit here, the International Center for Artificial Childbearing, that challenged all these institutions. We put on the Black Midwives and Hills Conference for 17 years, with 12 of those conferences being right here in Portland, Oregon, starting in 2000, we having our first one. And then getting Erica Badu's also a doula and a midwife and a mother, becoming our national spokesperson and working with us to get the word out. And the book is just an accumulation of my life work and my responsibility to put something in writing. Because if you can't find me, you can find the book. And you can make more of an impact when things are in literature. So that means you can go to the library, you can go online, you can go to a bookstore. And what this means that this information will be now forever. Once you write a book, it's always going to be in existence. So people can always find this information and mainly be proud of who we are. We have a culture that actually that works. And a lot of us don't know our culture because, as you know, they took our language and we weren't allowed to do this. Now with the new so-called government, where they're taking out Black history and other non-white history out of the school, wasn't much in there in the first place. So it's going to be even more difficult to get our information. So I felt all the more important to put it in a book form so that people can access if they want to. So it was enjoyable. Becoming an author, a lot of work, you all out there, and I was published, not self-published. That's a whole nother experience, which I will one day do workshops on how to write a book, because they don't tell you all the things that you're supposed to know to do until the book comes out. So I'm like really working hard, but the book is going well. People are loving it, getting rave reviews around it.
I appreciate the fact that you touched on someone in history. Can you speak her name, just in case some viewers are just coming on? You took us back to history where this started at, basically.
Right. Well, we know that Africa is the cradle of civilization. Life came out of that. And I always tell people, when you captured Africans, they weren't slaves. They were actually free people on that continent, blacksmiths, teachers, healers, and midwives, and a lot of other things we know. So they brought those people on the boat over here. And during enslavement, with all the horrible conditions of being starved out, brutalized and all those things, it was the African midwife who would come into those areas, whether it's the field, the hut, and try to restore some type of normalcy for these women. And we kept that going because of segregation, because we weren't allowed to go to hospitals. They didn't want to help us anyways. They didn't bother our tradition. So we were able to keep it up until about the 40s. But then once they got rid of the Black midwife in the 40s in the South, because, by the way, there was 5,000 midwives in all the southern states. Most Black people were born at home by a Black woman. Hospital birth is very new, but they wanted to take control and they wanted the money. So they eradicated and pushed the Black midwife out and made everybody come to the hospital. So here we are now, going to hospitals, majority non-Black people helping us who don't know our culture, causing all kinds of problems. So this book is going back to what we used to do, why it worked, where we are today, and at the same time, what we can do. Because it's all about being proactive. We know the history. Sankofa will go back and get it. But the question, so now that we know, what do we do today? Well, we breastfeed our babies. We go back to eating our greens. We go out to fast food. We start walking more. We reduce our sugar. Families stay together. Mother, father, boyfriend, girlfriend, work it out. Don't stress out during her pregnancy. We go and knowing that we have rights. Is this a teaching hospital? That means that you signing that students can learn on you. Did you know that? Oh, this is a teaching hospital, but still, I don't want students in my room. I just want a doctor who's been 4 years experience. You ask your doctor, what medical school did you go to? How many times have you caught a baby? You have the right to ask those questions, and so these are the kind of things that are going to make sure that we live through our birth so that we can then, raise our children.
Yes, absolutely.
And it talks about the fact that we're in a fight or flight situation. You know, as a Black mother of 7 children and 4 sons and many grandsons, I know the situation. I've had my sons, unfortunately, have negative confrontation with the system. And so if you're pregnant as a Black woman, that stress is on you and that affects your pregnancy. And so this book talks about what kind of teas, the chamomile tea, you know, the borage tea, you know, massage, warm sesame seed. Sesame seeds, by the way, come from Africa. So I have a whole thing on
Yes.
so many foods come from Africa besides okra and black eyed peas and watermelon. All that's in the book about the actual healing. So we can bring the mom's stress down so she doesn't wind up having those postpartum illnesses that can lead to sickness and sometimes, unfortunately, even death.
While we're talking about the book a little bit, go ahead and plug the book where people can get the book, because you're speaking about bringing a life in. You're also speaking about good way to eat. And
Yes.
yes.
So the book is called Postpartum Traditions Recipes. Over 12 recipes in the book, bunch of herbal drinks in the book, old-fashioned desserts like rice pudding and, you know, cobbler and, you know, okra stews and peanut stews. And so you can get the book on Amazon because you can get it from Powell's. You can even go to my website as a courtesy. I have the link there, shafiamonroe.com. So shafiamonroe.com. It'll come up. Or you can Google Mother the Mother and say like Mother African, and it will come up that way. You can't miss it. There's a few other mothers, but no one has this color.
There you
I
go.
have got to talk about this picture, you all. The cover was done by an artist out of the Gullah Geechee, South Carolina.
Yes.
You see, she got it. She got this woman look like a queen. A mother's the queen. She's holding her baby. She got someone holding her shoulder. We got the dad, the uncle is holding all that fresh fruit and vegetables. We got the grandma with the water for libation. We got her partner touching the shoulder. Baby's breastfeeding. Got the sister on the side with the collard greens, the cast iron pan for that pot liquor for iron. So she totally represents all that this book is about. It's about community healing, and that having a baby in the Black community is a community responsibility. As we say, it takes a village. It does take a village to take care of that mom and take care of that new baby. We're all responsible, whether you have kids or not, whether you don't want kids or not. It's our responsibility to support the life. And so the book is really grounded in the spiritual aspect of what we are as a people, how we uphold a life, respect motherhood, respect the unborn, and help them to thrive, be part of our community.
Oh, we appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
It is a blessing to be in your space and you sharing your gift and your energy with us. Please know that this is your platform.
Okay.
And keep us abreast, informed, new events you have coming up, how someone can get in touch with you. You have any events coming up right now? If you do, you can put them in right now.
I'll be in Alabama, Montgomery, book signing.
Oh,
so you want to fly?
There you go. I mean, because this is you. I'm giving straight talk a little pat. We all over the world, y'all. We are.
Yeah, but also, Brother Charles, we do have a doula training happening here in April in Gresham. So if you want to learn this information and learn, you know, and have access to how I use the book and everything I talked about, know what your rights are. Even if you're not going to practice as a doula, know the information. At the same time, the state of Oregon, if you are a doula, you can get Medicaid reimbursement for helping moms on Medicaid up to almost $2,500. So it is a growing field that you can sustain yourself doing what you love. So April, just go to shafiamonroe.com and we'll have a little link about the doula training. And if you can register, you have time. So we would love to have you.
We love to keep the information out. Sister Sophia, just before April gets here, let us know, bring it back on. We can get the information out. And also, I heard something. You spoke about how this can help with Medicare financially.
Yes.
Please come back and share with the people about that, because that's the issue, right? Well, issue topic, however a person want to look at it right now. And we need to get that information to the people.
Absolutely. I will come back and talk about it. And I'll come back and talk about some of these great recipes, how easy they are to make, and how your whole family's going to get healthy from it. That's right.
I just thought about a cooking show segment.
All right. Here we go.
All right. We appreciate you. Salam alaikum. Be blessed.
Thanks,
Okay.
Salam. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. People, the book is there. We're going to have the link up there so you can go get the book and she's talking about how we can eat too. The way to cook this food. When we come back, we got another person with a special gift. I'll see you on the other side.
doing? You can't keep sneaking off like this. You know what they did to you last time. Plus, you's got work.
I broke my tools. They won't be looking for me until tomorrow. You know I'm good at covering up my tracks. Come on, sit down, rest a while.
No time to rest, Zeke. I's got to get back. Miss Jessup looking for me to finish that thick quilt. Zeke, you got to come back now.
I need time to finish my writing. I won't let anything interfere with that ever again. I know why God put me here, and it wasn't to do the white man's work. There's so much inside of me, if I don't get it out, I might explode. This is the only thing that keeps me sane around here, Sarah.
I know it's important to you, Zeke, but you can't keep taking risks like this. If they catch you, Zeke, you know you can't run on that knee. It ain't safe, Zeke.
Die and not tremble at death, but smile at the close of my day, and then at the flight of my breath like a bird in the morning of May.
Zeke? Zeke! Zeke! Wake up, Zeke!
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the renowned, powerful, gifted, blessed Sawara. I hope I'm saying this right. McGill.
Zahara.
Zahara.
Just call me Z.
Hey,
It's okay.
that's
Z.
what they know you by, huh?
That's what they
just
know
call
me by.
Okay.
My friends and you call me Z.
Oh, appreciate it. I received that, Miss Z, Sister Z. Come on. How are you? Oh my goodness. Now, fellas.
First, I just want to say thank you for having me. And the second thing is I really enjoy Kamari. And I'm hoping that his mother and they can come out to see me when I'm in Portland, because I would love to talk to that young man.
Oh my
Beautiful.
Oh my God. See, that's what it's about. Sharing, networking, and just all of us have been given a gift in some way. And we just share that gift with each other. And we go, oh, that just moved me right there. Yes,
Thank
pal,
you.
we appreciate that piece that we just viewed. Oh my goodness. Before we get into that piece, I'm still emotional about that because that was powerful. That was
Thank you.
I see why you received a 2015 Image Award
Mhm.
with
Yes.
performances like that. Absolutely, absolutely. What moved you? What moved you into this space that you're in?
Well, Tony, my parents were in show business. There was four of us, and I was the baby. And my father was an original hoofer, so my father danced with Hines and Dad, Bill Bojangles Robinson, all of those. My mother was managed by Chick Webb. He managed my mother, who's Clara Smith. Bessie Smith was our cousin, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan. So he managed all of them. So my mother was Clara Smith, the jazz singer. So I tell people I'm the one that came out the womb ready to go into show business.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Oh my goodness! But you got this, and I appreciate the fact that you mentioned those names because that's our history.
Yes. Hmm.
That's
Yes.
our
Those
history.
are the shoulders that we stand on.
Stand on, and someone's gonna be standing on our shoulders, folks.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
The playwright, the screen. First of all, people probably said, well, who have she worked with? Or what have she done? You know how people is, right? Go
Yeah,
on,
I
share a
know.
little
I
bit.
know how they are. And
Go
I
on,
hate
share.
name dropping, but I know how they are.
Well, come on, drop some names. Just it's okay.
Okay, okay, I'll drop a few names. I don't know if you know that Woody King Jr., the icon, the king of Broadway theater and theater period, has just passed away about 2 weeks ago. Anyone can look up and find out who Woody King Jr. was. He was responsible for Denzel Washington, Samuel Jackson, Angela Bassett, Regina Taylor, me, and the list goes on. He was the man in New York City who ran New Federal Theater. So anytime you say you work with Woody, people go, "Oh my God, how did
Yeah.
that happen?" So Woody King Jr., Coleman Domingo, who's a dear friend of mine. I worked with Coleman. Regina Taylor, the Golden Globe winner. I worked with her. Um, H. Jeremy Wilson, uh, Walter Dallas, the renowned Walter Dallas, who passed away, who was a well-known director. So sat in the room and worked with people like August Wilson. So the list goes on, but I hate doing that. But
Okay,
you
that's
gotta
hey,
say it. Like you
yeah,
said, you gotta say it.
yes. It's part of your journey. It's part of your
Yeah,
journey. You also
yeah.
That was another icon that you work with in there, Miss Sis.
Miss Cecily Tyson. That's right. I work with that. Now that was my biggest one.
Okay.
Uh yeah. I'll never forget her words with me when I first met her and we worked together, and I wasn't sure of what I was doing, if I was producing what I needed to produce right in the work. And she looked at me and all she says, you always right at any time. None
Ooh,
of your choices are never wrong. She said the first thing you became right on was being black.
ooh, my
So I'll never
goodness.
forget that.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
yes.
I'll never forget she said that to me. And I worked with C. Dolores Tucker, the well-known C. Dolores Tucker, who was a big politician, a fire, I, produced things with Kenny Gamble, the Blue Notes, and the list goes on. So yeah, I've been around for a while.
Oh my! I just want to read a little bit of the awards here. Three-time
Uh-oh.
winner of the DC Excellent in Black Theater Awards.
Yes.
Barrymore nomination for Outstanding Leading Actress in a Play. We just got a
Yes.
glimpse of that. I can see why. The recipient of the Black Art for Social Change Award. I, I want to speak about that in just a second because that's powerful. All of them powerful. That changing, that social change, especially today. 2012 Most Distinguished Director Award, and of course
Yeah.
the 2015 Image Award.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honor you. Yes, yes. The
Thank
social,
you.
yes. The social change. Let's talk a little bit about that because now it is a social change going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I've always been an actress or a director who will only do the work that will make sure that it lifts my people up first,
Yes.
that the message is sent clear, and that when the audience leave the theater or come witnessing something that I've done, that they leave to go to their communities to improve their communities, to improve their own lives, and to bring about a change. So I received that award because that was the time. I'm an activist. I call myself an artivist,
Okay.
art activist, and I'm pretty well known across the country because I've gotten a reputation now. When they see me walk in the room, they go, "Oh, Miss
Yeah.
Z is here."
Z in the
You
house.
know not to, right, you know not to say anything incorrect while
No.
I'm sitting in the room about my people, number one.
Yes. Yes.
You will not talk to us any kind of way you want to. And people don't understand in this business, when you go into these rooms dealing with a majority of white theater companies, um, some of them have a lot of respect for who you are and what you do, but then others pretend that they have it and they just want this thing from you. And my thing is, if you're going to do African American plays, if you're going to take African American money, you are going to respect us the way we need to be respected. And I'm not accepting anything less.
Oh my goodness. God.
So yeah, that's the way I have a reputation.
Yes. But that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
The late he said there's nothing wrong with good trouble.
That's right, John. Mr.
John,
John
yeah.
Connor. Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Good trouble. I'm always in good trouble.
Still good
Always.
trouble. Yeah.
As
Absolutely.
a matter of fact, here in
Yeah.
Philadelphia, they took down the enslavement history
Yes.
down at down here downtown here in Philadelphia. And when I get back, when the weather breaks, if it's not back up by May, I'm going to go down there and perform without permission, maybe once a week until they put them back up.
Oh my goodness. Let's straight talk know whatever we can do to get that out.
Yeah, you might have to get me out of jail, raise money.
That's right. Come on, viewers. We're gonna raise that though.
That's right. Because I'm gonna raise hell.
Yes. Now you're traveling, and the play is going to be coming to Portland, Oregon. Let's talk a little about Sojourner Truth and how you picked that particular person to. I mean, you just poured into us with that gift when you portrayed her. Yes.
Thank you. Well, Sojourner Truth is written by a man named Richard Lamont Pierce. Richard was a historian. He was a history teacher for 20 years in the Philadelphia high school system. And when he stopped teaching, he turned into playwriting. And I've been knowing Richard for about 15 years, 20 years. And I was doing a production at a theater company at that time. It was called Bushfire Theater in Philadelphia. And that's where I met Richard. And actually, the play was not meant for me. It was meant for one of the repertory actresses that was at Bushfire. So we did a reading of it one night, sat at the table, and we read it. And the actress said to all of us, she said, "I can't do this. This is not my play. This belongs to Z."
Oh
So
my goodness.
everyone looked at me and said, "Z, you want to do it?" I said, "Yes, sir. I will do it."
Yes.
And I've been sojourning with Sojourner for 26 years.
Oh, bless your heart. We appreciate
Been at it for 26 years. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now, do you have a date when it's coming to Portland, Oregon, that we can put that out to people?
Oh, yeah. It opens up March 5th and it runs through the 22nd.
Okay.
And it's at Passing Art Theater. They spell it PASSIN.
Okay.
Passing Art. You can go to passingart.org and see the tickets and everything. I just closed down yesterday with it here in Philadelphia. And I have a week off this week just to pack, and then I'll be on my way there to you guys in Portland. And Sojourner can't wait to get there.
Oh, Sojourner on her way over here then.
Oh, Sojourner's on her way.
Now, for some of the people, not little people, but some of the people, share a little bit about who Sojourner Truth was.
Yes, Tony. The thing is this, not us, but how shall I say this? They have picked certain people in our history that they want to always put out front. Yes. They've picked the Harriet Tubmans. They've picked the Rosa Parks, the Dr. Kings, Malcolm X, but they haven't picked the other people who were just as powerful or who came before them. Wow. And I am a firm, I constantly always tell people, Sojourner Truth came long before Harriet Tubman, long before Martin and Malcolm and Obama. She came long, and she was fighting this fight that we are fighting long before they started. As a matter of fact, Sojourner Truth was the one before the young lady, before Rosa Parks. There was a young lady who actually got on the bus. She was pregnant, a Black girl, and who would not get up. So she really started that movement. But because she was a pregnant young Black girl, they didn't want to put her in firm. So Miss Parks did a wonderful thing too and did the same thing that the Black girl did. So they said, well, we'll pick Rosa. in order to let them know that part of the history, and didn't tell us that it was this young teenager Black girl who actually did it. So in New York, anytime you ride a subway or a bus, you better thank Sojourner Truth. Because when she got on one of the trolleys back in during the 19th century, they threw her off. They told her that, you of course called all kinds of names. You weren't allowed on this here trolley. Broke her arm. She took the entire state of New York to the highest state Supreme Court, sued them, and what they did was they integrated every bus, trolley, train, everything. So whenever you ride a trolley or bus in New York, you better say thank you, Sojourner Truth.
Thank you, Sojourner Truth. Absolutely.
Yes.
We appreciate that. And we're truly looking forward to the play coming in Portland, Oregon, wherever it might be. And then in Philadelphia about the statue, keep us informed. I mean, if we have
I
to
will.
live stream it so people
Yes.
all over and see what's going on and be
Yes.
supportive of that, because that's powerful.
Yes.
That's the history that their goal is to remove what they have done and
Right.
also to remove what we have done.
That's right.
But by
That's
any
right.
means necessary, we're not going to let
That's
it.
right. No, and we can't let it happen. And these days it's time. It's not left up to them anymore. It's left up to us now.
Right.
The way we did it in the 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and the 60s of how we took over our history, our time. So we can't let it go. We've lost some time from the 80s and 90s. We've gotten all into our own lives. We can't be in our own lives anymore. We have to be in each other's lives, working and struggling and fighting for what we need to do. I do want to say, Tony, before I leave, I want to say thank you to Jerry Foster.
Oh, yes, Jerry. Yes.
Passing Art Theater, who's bringing me there to do Sojourner. They have been so wonderful. And I'm so excited to come to Portland, Oregon, and just introduce who Sojourner Truth is. One last thing, she is the only African-American female in Congressional Hall that has a bus.
Oh my goodness. People, we got a little
No
history.
one else.
But we appreciate that history. And you touched on something. We got to keep doing it. But people, think about it like this here. Not only is for us now, it's for like the young man we just saw and heard from.
Yes. Yes.
Generation
Yes.
come.
Yes. Yes, sir. I agree. It's for them.
For them.
It's for them. Yes. And that's why I said I can't wait to meet him. I hope one night I can talk Jerry and them into letting him open up one of my performances with a poetry piece.
Oh my goodness, that's a blessing.
So that they can see, they can see the generation of what Sojourner and what we have to pass on to the next. Because Sojourner and them, those ancestors, pass it on to us.
Absolutely.
Now we have to pass it on to them.
Absolutely. As they say,
we have to continue. Yes.
I appreciate you, Sister Z. Keep doing what you're doing, sharing your blessing. Let us know. Straight Talk, whatever we can do, because it is your platform. And Straight Talk, we catch the past, present, and future, people. And you're going to hear something about the future in just a moment. But people, when this play comes, and go on YouTube, watch it. Watch her gift and what she's sharing with you.
Oh, thank you.
Because it's a blessing. We appreciate you. Be blessed. Straight Talk is your platform. Let us know whatever we can do.
Thank you. And Ashe. Thank you.
I received that. Yes, yes.
All right.
When we come back, we're going to join with a young man who has a gift. Art is part of us too. And he's been blessed with a gift to have his own art gallery and sharing that gift. And he has some history too that he wants to share. I'll see you on the other side. I know I don't even have to say this because y'all not going to change the dial anyway, right? But we'll see you on the other side. See you real soon. if you just joined us, we were just blessed with the renowned actress. She said, call her Miss Z. Miss Z. She's going to be performing Sojourner Truth throughout the nation, but she's coming to Portland within the week. So please, people, join that. But we have a young man this month, quote unquote, is Black History Month. But you and I know every day is Black History Month, okay? We have a young man, he has a gift too, that he wants to, and he has some history of some people involved in his life that he's going to be sharing with you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. White. Are you there, Mr. White?
I am, and thank you so much, Tony, for this platform. I also want to say thank you to all the other folks who were sharing today. It seems like there's a lot of alignment on the passion and the things we're doing for the community. So thank you for bringing us all together.
Oh, yes, the CEO of AMP. But before we get into AMP, share a little bit about the history that you shared with me, and then a little bit, yes, because this is quote unquote History Month. But you shared with me about some sevens, the number seven. So people,
Yeah. So I like to say, I'm Lewis White. My name is Lewis White, and I'm Pat White's son.
okay,
And why that is significant and why I'm so proud of that is that my mother is the umbrella under which I was shielded, protected, and guided. Patricia Godbolt is how she's known in history. And she was one of the Norfolk 17, one of the first 17 Black children to integrate the public school system in Norfolk, Virginia. It's very interesting how the controlling minority would like to rewrite history,
yes,
and how they like for us to forget and say that this is a distant memory. But just one generation ago, by my stance, the governor of Virginia shut down the school for 5 months because rather than integrate the schools, he said no one would be educated if they have to sit beside someone Black. So that's my mother.
yes,
And she is the person who helped me to accept that I could be anything I wanted to be, as long as there is no distance between greatness and what I aspire to be.
well, I hear that. We receive that. That's powerful. People research the people that you're talking about, because we think what we have today has always been this way.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna reflect back on the segment we just seen from Mrs. Z, where they took that brother's life because he was reading and writing.
Yeah. What do they say? Some of the best kept secrets are in the pages of books.
Pages of
So the further they can keep us from being educated and informed, the more opportunity they have to control the narrative. So
right. But you have captured your gift and you expressing it through art. Let's share a little bit about AMP and that space that you got in to create this whole gallery.
yeah, so AMP Gallery. Well, first, I'm new to Portland. I am here in Portland, Oregon. Excited about it. Started born and raised in Virginia, then moved to Washington, D.C., then Southern California, and then my wife and I moved to Portland a little over 18 months ago.
Okay.
Being recently retired, I have the opportunity now to lean heavily into my creative self. And I was afforded the opportunity to open up a gallery, an art gallery, AMP Gallery. It stands for Art, Music, and Poetry.
Okay.
The thing about that for me is I have an overarching goal. Of course, my artwork is exhibited in the gallery, but my ambition is to bring people together in environments that are less threatening, right? Less politicized.
Yeah.
When you think about it, you could put on a song and it doesn't matter where you come from, what you look like, socioeconomic class, who you choose. It doesn't matter. Everybody will come to the dance floor. When it comes to art, you can get people in a gallery and you may be in a room with someone you may not ordinarily share space with. When it comes to poetry, everybody has a voice and a story to tell. So if I can take those elements of society, create a room where people come together, it helps with conversation,
Yes.
right? And I'm a firm believer that the more we talk, no matter who we are, what we look like, the more we realize we're more alike than we are different.
Okay.
So we stop being so polarized, and we can stop we can stop filling this space with hatred,
There you
and
go.
start realizing we have more allies.
Yes,
So that is my overarching ambition.
absolutely. And the passion came to, I really, that piece you just stated about love.
Mhm.
What does love in art means to you and expressing it?
Well, I feel, well, I like to say I emote through
Okay.
the things I create, right? Whether it be the artwork, the physical artwork I create, whether it be the poetry I recite. As a DJ, you will even experience my emotion in how I play the music. I believe when we're in touch with our emotions and we share that, let me take a brief derailment here. One of the things we do in the gallery, I have something called coffee talks,
Okay.
right? And every other Saturday we come together. I pull up a table, I provide the coffee, and we just come together as a community and we share whatever it is that comes up in conversation. So if you have something that you're going through, you realize you're not necessarily, you don't have to experience those things alone. There is community here. So when it comes to love, when it comes to pain, when it comes to anxiety, stress, celebrating success, I believe that we should embrace our emotions, and that helps to solidify the community that we want to build.
And that's that love. That's that love.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Now, right behind you, you look like you got some icons, and we're gonna talk about the gallery and the flyer and the event coming up. But share a little bit about them. It look like some icons in the back here.
No,
Let's-
interestingly enough,
yeah.
again, being new to Portland and having the gallery, one of the things I like to do is highlight local artists, right?
Okay.
So I am the primary artist in my gallery, but monthly we do a local artist showcase. And a couple months ago, there were maybe three artists brought in and showcased their work. And the piece behind me is one of the pieces that the young lady brought in, and I couldn't let her take it home.
Oh.
So it's just hanging in my house now, and it does represent, just that tribal community, and you see some of the imagery there, where we have young men celebrating one another and supporting one another as they transition from being a young man into manhood.
Yes, that's huge too, supporting each other
Yes.
because we as men, that's one of the elements I think we kind of miss because
Hmm.
quote unquote our egos and our pride.
Hmm.
We need to understand that we need that. We need that to order to be the best that we can be
Yes.
for our community and for our families. Yeah, absolutely. And for this world. Let's talk a little bit about you got an upcoming event. Mr. Engineer, can you put a flyer up and Mr. White can talk a little bit about the event?
Oh wow, we have a lot going on at the gallery,
Okay, yeah, let's yeah.
and feel free to either scan that QR code or follow us on Instagram at AMP Gallery PDX, AMP AMP Gallery PDX, and you'll see all the things that we have happening. And again, it's about building community, especially here in Portland. What I am learning is that there is you have those who are native to Portland, and you have a lot of people who have come to Portland for various reasons, right? And creating a space where everybody feels welcome and seen and recognized and appreciated. There are a lot of things that we are able to do. So one of the things we have coming up next week, we have Black Portland Stories. So we're talking to those folks. Well, we have five, I believe it's five storytellers who will be on the stage with us this Friday. You have people who are native to Portland. You have people who are transplants to Portland. You also have people who are just represent different communities in Portland. And we're giving them the opportunity to tell their stories and what it is like to be Black in those spaces in a predominantly white city as Portland is, and some of the history that Portland has. So we're doing that. We have open mic poetry in the gallery every first Thursday and third Saturday. So next Saturday, we have our next open mic poetry event. We're excited about that. We're doing movie night. We're doing karaoke. I mentioned coffee talks. We did paint and sip last Saturday. It's just a whole lot, just
Yes.
again, getting people together for different reasons
Yes.
so that we can share space and just increase community.
Yes. And I appreciate the fact that whatever person's gift is, it seems like you got a space for them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And I like to say that, so I'm fortunate enough to have retired from corporate America after 30 years in telecom.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I like to, I feel like I always operated on the periphery of what was normal, right? So there's a social construct, there's a political expectation. There are so many things that keep you in a box in corporate America. And I always operated just on the outside of that. And I like to say corporate America benefited from my creativity
Oh,
and my leadership style, the way I connected with people, and the way I grew my organization within the walls of corporate America. And now I'm able to take that outside. And I like to say I am unbridled
there
in
you
my
go.
ability to connect
Absolutely.
people and raise community and give voices to the voiceless and things like that. So extremely excited about that opportunity.
Oh, and you said unbridled. I mean, when I hear that, it's like you can do and be and share what you
Yeah,
want to do. And
absolutely.
yeah, that's a
Absolutely.
space. Yes.
Our faces are spaces, our
Yeah.
voices are stories. One of the things I heard just a minute ago, and I have a huge appreciation for, is that we really, really need to take control of our narrative,
Yes.
right? We really need to take control of our narrative. For so long, we have allowed other people to tell our stories, and it hasn't been an accurate representation of who we are, why we are, what we're able to do. And even as it relates to art, and this is another thing I'm extremely proud of in our space. If you're not co-signed by certain people, if you didn't go to a certain art school, if you, if you don't rub elbows, if it's not the good old boy network who's pushing you out front, then you have a difficult time being found, seen, recognized, and things like that. In my space, if you're a creative, you are welcomed. And what
Yeah.
I am discovering, and I'm sure I'm not the first to figure this out, there are a lot of people who are not professionally trained, who are exceptionally talented,
Well,
and I like to see, well, what I have seen is those people also do things that are unexpected, right? So when we shine a light on them, then we also highlight how great we can be when we're given a platform and a way to demonstrate who we are.
well, that's your gift. That's one of them. But you got some musical
Wonderful.
gift too. But we'll have you come back on and maybe play that cello and
Oh man. Yeah, it's like I say, on the periphery. So
right, right,
it's
right.
it's crazy. Just
Yes,
growing up as a young man,
yes.
quickly. Played violin for 3 years, cello for 2 years, all state violin player, all state cello player. Taught myself bass guitar. I've been a DJ since I was 14 years old, always been into music. I've been, an artist since I was in elementary school. So I've always been a creative.
Great.
So now to be able to give other people an opportunity to demonstrate their work is a dream come true.
Yeah, it's truly a blessing. We receive it. And this is your platform. Whatever Straight Talk can do, we're there. Let us know. And as the events start coming up, let us know. Get the flyer over to us. We get it up there. And
Okay.
people, we just heard from Lewis White. He is the CEO of AMP, Art, Music, and Poetry. You can drop whatever you're doing on those days, go down there, paint, open mic, share your art. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a space, and you can have a little coffee and talk about it.
Yes.
We
Yes.
appreciate you, CEO. Be
Thank you very
blessed.
much.
Thank you. It's a blessing. Thank you. Be blessed.
Mhm.
People, I just want to thank all of our guests. Young Kamari dropped some poetry on us. We had Miss Moore She had the book out, The Author Mothering and Mothers. We had, she said, Ms. Z, renowned artist, going to be actress, going to be sharing Sojourner Truth play in the state of Oregon. And we just heard from the CEO, Lewis White from AMP. People, you asked, we're going to do our best to deliver. Straight Talk is the show that cares about you, where the information comes from you, the people, to the people. Be blessed. Tell somebody you hug, you love them. Pop that smile. Even if they don't pop back, pop that smile, send that energy out. Care for each other. It's a marathon, people. We got to keep running. And enjoy your quote unquote history month. But remember, every day is our history. Be blessed. Talk to you soon. Go ahead, Mr. Engineer. It's on you, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, right.